We had to endure having millions of our fellow countrymen torn from us without their consent.
World War II left behind more than just destruction. Hidden treasures, dark secrets, and untold mysteries continue to surface, revealing shocking truths. What if I told you that some of the most valuable discoveries from the war are still out there, waiting to be uncovered? From lost Nazi gold to secret operations,
there may be a small amount of Nazi gold to be found.
These hidden relics hold stories no one was supposed to know. For nearly 80 years, the world has been blind to what's been buried beneath the surface.
Of course, the Germans found it very quickly and did what they called securing, which is nothing other than looting.
Today, we're diving into the most incredible discoveries that will leave you speechless. Stay tuned. This journey will surprise you. The Nazi Gold Train. The legend of the Nazi gold train has fascinated treasure hunters for decades. During World War II, as the Allies closed in on Nazi Germany, the regime amassed a vast fortune in gold, jewels, and priceless art. The Nazis, desperate to hide their loot, loaded it onto a secret train. This train was said to have traveled through the Lower Silesia region, now part of Poland. The train was hidden in a mountain tunnel, buried deep in the earth. As Soviet troops advanced, the Nazis tried to move their treasure to a safer location. The exact location of the train, however, remains a mystery. Despite numerous attempts to find it, no one has succeeded. In 2015, 2 treasure hunters claimed they had found the train using ground-penetrating radar. The discovery sparked excitement, and new expeditions were launched. But even with advanced technology and government backing, the train remains elusive. The treasure hunters' claims stirred public curiosity and media frenzy.
I have to admit the results of the ground-penetrating radar examinations are very promising.
But skeptics questioned their findings. With each failed attempt, the myth of the Nazi gold train grows stronger, capturing the imagination of treasure seekers worldwide. The train, filled with unimaginable wealth, evades those desperate to uncover its secrets. It is one of the most enduring mysteries of World War II. Operation Burnhard, the counterfeit operation. During World War II, the Nazis didn't just fight on the front lines. They also waged economic warfare, aiming to collapse entire nations. One of their most daring operations was Operation Burnhard. The plan was simple: flood Britain with counterfeit money to destroy its economy. A special team was created to print fake British banknotes. They didn't just copy the design, they recreated the process of making money, even using the same paper and ink. In 18 months, they produced around £134 million in fake currency. It was a masterful attempt to destabilize Britain's financial system. The Nazis even used prisoners from concentration camps to help with the operation. These prisoners were skilled in printing and played a key role in the project. However, the operation never fully succeeded. The counterfeit notes were never widely circulated, as the plan was cut short before it could trigger economic chaos. Still, the notes did surface after the war. In 2000, a stash of these counterfeit bills was found in Austria's Lake Toplitz, submerged by Nazi officers during their retreat. Operation Bernhard's legacy lasted beyond the war, forcing Britain to redesign its banknotes. The sheer scale and ambition of the operation showed just how far the Nazis would go to win not just on the battlefield, but in every corner of warfare. The hidden Jewish artifacts in Vilnius's Coral Synagogue. In Lithuania, a hidden chapter of Jewish history is waiting to be uncovered. During World War II, the Nazis attempted to erase Jewish culture and identity. Many synagogues were destroyed, and countless artifacts were lost. But a miracle happened in Vilnius, the city once known as the Jerusalem of Lithuania. In the ruins of the Coral Synagogue, something incredible was hidden away. Archaeologists discovered a secret room in 2016 that had remained concealed for decades. They found a treasure trove of Jewish artifacts, including prayer books, scrolls, and ritual objects. These items had been carefully hidden by members of the Jewish community during the Nazi occupation, likely to protect them from destruction. The Coral Synagogue itself had been damaged during the Holocaust, leaving only a shadow of its former glory. But discovering these hidden treasures revealed the spirit of resistance and survival. These artifacts were not just relics, they were symbols of hope. Despite the horrors of the Holocaust, the Jewish community in Vilnius fought to preserve their heritage. Their efforts to safeguard these treasures in such darkness speak volumes about their courage and determination. Yamashita's gold in the Philippines. The legend of Yamashita's gold is one of the most captivating mysteries of World War II. After the Japanese military captured vast amounts of treasure from Southeast Asia, now first, like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously with the reach of this video. Thank you. They were rumored to be hiding it in the Philippines. General Tomoyuki Yamashita, known as the Tiger of Malaya, allegedly ordered the treasure buried in caves and tunnels across the country. This vast hoard of gold, jewels, and other precious artifacts was said to be the spoils of war, taken from conquered lands. As the war ended, the treasure vanished without a trace. Stories spread that the gold remained hidden in the Philippines, waiting to be found. Over the years, treasure hunters have flocked to the region, digging for the lost treasure. The Philippines has become a hotspot for treasure hunters, hoping to uncover this elusive fortune. In 1971, rumors resurfaced when people claimed to have found parts of the treasure. However, these reports were often proven to be false or exaggerated. Despite numerous searches, the treasure remains elusive. Some believe it was all just a myth, while others remain convinced that Yamashita's gold is still buried somewhere in the Philippines, just waiting to be discovered. The sinking of the USS Indianapolis. The sinking of the USS Indianapolis is one of the most tragic and haunting stories of World War II.
The sinking in 1945 is still considered one of the greatest tragedies in U.S. naval history.
In July 1945, the Indianapolis was on a secret mission to deliver crucial parts for the atomic bomb. After completing its mission, the ship was sailing through the Philippine Sea when it was torpedoed by a Japanese submarine. The ship sank quickly in just 12 minutes, leaving nearly 1,200 men stranded in the water. What followed was even more horrifying. About 880 sailors were left drifting in shark-infested waters without food or fresh water. For 4 days, they battled dehydration, hallucinations, and brutal shark attacks. Between 60 and 80 men were killed by sharks in what became the largest shark attack in history. On the 5th day, a patrol plane spotted the survivors, but not all of them made it. Many died after the rescue due to the harsh conditions they endured. The story remained largely unknown for years, overshadowed by the war's end. It wasn't until 2017 that the wreck of the Indianapolis was finally found at a depth of more than 5 kilometers in the Philippine Sea. The sinking of the USS Indianapolis remains a chilling reminder of the brutal cost of war and the forgotten heroes who survived it. The Bismarck, the battle for control. The Bismarck was one of the most powerful warships ever built, and its short but dramatic life left a lasting mark on history. Launched by Nazi Germany in 1939, the Bismarck was a symbol of naval strength, with thick armor and heavy guns. It was designed to disrupt Allied supply routes in the Atlantic and strike fear into the hearts of the British Navy. On its maiden voyage, the Bismarck encountered British ships, and the following battle would change the course of history. On May 24, 1941, the British battleships Hood and Prince of Wales engaged the Bismarck. In a shocking moment, the Bismarck's guns fired a devastating shot that split the Hood in two, sinking it within minutes. Of the 1,418 crew members, only 3 survived. This loss was a blow to the British, but also set the stage for a relentless pursuit of the Bismarck. The British Navy launched everything it had to track down the Bismarck, including aircraft, destroyers, and submarines. After days of pursuit, the Bismarck was finally cornered. A combination of heavy gunfire and torpedoes crippled the ship, forcing it to sink. Of the 200 crew members, only 116 survived. The Bismarck's destruction marked the end of an era and the beginning of new naval tactics in the war. The Amber Room, WWII's greatest art heist. The Amber Room, known as the 8th wonder of the world, was one of World War II's most priceless and mysterious treasures. Created in the 18th century, this stunning room was made entirely of amber, gold, and precious stones. It was housed in the Catherine Palace near St. Petersburg, Russia, and was considered a symbol of royal wealth and craftsmanship. But during the Nazi invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941, the Amber Room was taken. The Nazis removed the panels, packing them carefully to transport back to Germany. Once in Königsberg, the Amber Room was displayed in a castle for a select few to admire. But the room vanished as the war raged on and the Allies advanced. The Nazis tried to hide it, but no one knows what happened next. The room disappeared without a trace. Many believed it was destroyed in a fire when the castle was bombed in 1945. However, experts argue that highly flammable amber would not have survived such a blaze. The search for the amber room continued long after the war ended. Despite numerous theories and efforts, it has never been found. Some say it is buried somewhere in Eastern Europe, while others believe it was hidden in secret tunnels. The Amber Room remains one of the greatest mysteries of wartime art theft. The remarkable discoveries from World War II unveil the hidden mysteries of history. Beyond the destruction, the war left behind intriguing clues, revealing tales of courage, desperation, and greed. Though many secrets remain unsolved, the quest for answers persists. What other enigmas await discovery? Thank you for accompanying us on this historical journey.